This is Raghavendra Akula speaking for Minds Academy. Here in Minds Academy, we are a group of people who have come together to solve some important issues related to APPSC mains exam preparation and to help students to give a better shot at the upcoming mains of APPSC. Speaking of myself, I am resource person for geography in this institute, and I did my masters from IISc Bangalore, and I've also appeared for UPSC multiple times. I gave mains, and my optional is geography, which has actually led me to take geography here in this particular institute. Now, my attention will be initially, at least the way when we are getting started, it's on answer writing, specifically related to geography. Okay. Now, let's talk about answer writing in general. So that itself is a Pandora's box. There are so many people saying so many things about answer writing. Some work for us, some don't work for us, some ruin things, some make things better. So there are many things that are happening. But most important gap that I have realized for myself over time with my own experience with public service examinations is that whenever there is talk of answer writing is actually not seen as integrated part of reading itself. Any answer writing course, it starts after you have finished reading. Okay, so it detaches actually. But over years of preparation, what I've realized is your answer writing starts when you start reading itself. A better reader is the one who writes better. So this is often missed in many answer writing courses. Okay, so this answer writing course, you might be wondering how it will be different from any other answer writing courses. The focus will be on this part. So this answer writing course will actually help you to become better readers, better knowledge gainers, and that automatically translates you as a better writer, right? So we are here trying to integrate reading, writing, thinking, and acquiring knowledge. So this is an integrated set. This can't be separated. Once you separate these things, you're not gaining much from this process of answer writing. Okay. So our focus is on making you better readers, okay, and are ultimately better answer writers. Okay. So this involves understanding the process of knowledge acquiring and also understanding the constraints of the exam. So we need to balance these two to give an answer that fetches us marks. So this we should not miss also. Apart from all these things which we have talked earlier, the most important objective of writing answer is to fetch good marks which will help us land in public service. Okay, so we are going to have an approach that is going to address all these issues. That's what I have worked on for like at least couple of years now. So that has yielded me some good results, which I would like to share with people, those who are trying to join in this course. Okay, and coming to specifics of the subject which I will be dealing, that's geography. So in APPSC mains, this comes in paper 2. Okay, paper 2. So history 2 units, so 2 sections, and then geography 1 section. But considering the syllabus vis-a-vis the marks allotted, geography is pretty huge. Even in general, geography is pretty huge, but here in APPSC, it's the condition is much worse compared to what it is in UPSC, because here you have to read both Indian geography and also AP geography just to answer 5 questions. Okay. But you can't have a brute force approach where you finish off entire Indian geography and you finish off entire AP geography and then you think of giving this exam. I don't think that's a good idea at this point, because exam is around the corner. So whenever the exam date is announced, we should be ready to give the exam. So with whatever the limited resources of time we have, we need to optimize our process so that we get maximum returns for the efforts we are putting in. So that's the objective which I am trying to address. Okay. Now coming to geography's approach. Okay. Geography approach is basically, you think in the perspective of space. Space means area. Okay. To give you an example how geographical perspective or approach differs from other perspectives, think of air pollution. Okay. You have environmental geography in geography section, and also you have environment in your paper 5, right? Now if you are encountering a question on air pollution, your answer in geography and your answer in science and technology paper, do you think they are same? They are not. Geographical approach means you are trying to look at a process from the perspective of space. That means if you are talking of air pollution, if you are writing in geography, you are going to talk about which are the factors, spatial factors that increase or decrease air pollution. For example, urbanization is one geographical factor. So in urban areas you have higher air pollution. Okay. Agricultural practices, for example, stubble burning, paddy stubble burning in Haryana, UP, Western UP, Punjab. So this is one spatial process which is leading to higher air pollution in North India, right? And think of coastal versus inland regions. Okay, in coastal areas you have land breeze and sea breeze circulation, which actually clears off pollution in coastal cities. But if you come to inland cities, you don't have that circulation mechanism. So that leads to higher air pollution. So this is the geographical answer. But if you look at science and technology environmental answer, if you're talking about air pollution, you are going to talk about what are the air pollutants and what kind of diseases that it leads to, what are the processes, right? So this is how a geographical approach is different from other approaches. So in this paper we are going to focus more on the approach. Once the approach is clear, geography becomes becomes more manageable. Most of the times we miss this approach. It's because of this reason we end up suffering in geography. Okay. So in this whatever the plan which we are going to make, you're going to get some questions on regular basis, and we will discuss the questions. You will be writing and sending those questions to us, and as part of discussion we will discuss how well you have done, or how we have to do vis-a-vis the approach which we have discussed now. Okay. And I'm going to give you some challenging questions also. See, my job is here not to make you feel comfortable. My job is to challenge you. My job is to force you to learn. So you might expect tough questions, but at the same time I guarantee that we are here trying to make you a better person, and better person is a kind of misleading word, but a better aspirant, and we are trying to increase your chances of success in the examination. Okay, that's our goal, and that might involve some challenging objectives which you might have to finish. Okay, we are going to have timely evaluation, and we are going to give you genuine feedback. We are going to be frank, and the feedback will be relevant. So what do you mean by relevant feedback? So the feedback is not going to be like you need to improve your content, you need to cover more dimensions, not such generic things we are not going to do. We are going to give you specifically where you have to improve. What are those points which you should have mentioned but you didn't mention? What are the dimensions which you did not cover but you should have covered? Okay, all these things we are going to do in this. Now this is about the overall approach and how this course is going to be conducted. And if you really think of joining a coaching or a coaching program or an answer writing test series, please consider joining Minds Academy. We are here to help you. And you are going to find some updates in the Telegram channel. I'll be posting some questions on regular basis, even before the actual program starts. So we will have some questions and some model answers, so that you will have a measure of how things are going to be there in this particular program in Minds Academy. Okay. Hope you see you soon, all of you. All the best. Thank you.